This is the Brownstone Center news update for Saturday, October 11th, 2025. Let's go ahead and get started on what's happening in Memphis. You ready? Let's go. So, the Tennessee National Guard is officially on the ground in Memphis. Over the past 48 hours, Guard units have joined city police and federal task force members in what officials are calling a sustained public safety campaign. Now, according to public statements from state and city officials, an initial deployment of 250 Guard members was expected. However, according to multiple sources on the ground, internally, including veteran networks embedded in the area, that number is actually closer to 1,000 troops, and their operational orders extend for up to 1 year. Now, this actually does align with reporting from the Daily Memphian, which confirmed that the U.S. Department of Defense has authorized up to 1,000 Tennessee National Guard troops for Memphis through September of 2026, though state and local officials have not confirmed the active deployment of that full number. Now, here's a couple of other things you should know. Local outlets, including ABC News, PBS, Associated Press, and the Commercial Appeal, report that Guard patrols began arriving Friday, October 10th, in highly visible downtown locations such as Bass Pro Pyramid, the Tennessee Welcome Center, and along major arteries leading into the city. City officials confirmed that these patrols are coordinated through the Downtown Command Center, a surveillance and coordination hub opened earlier this year. Additionally, a federal task force mobile command post has been established near Haley Road involving U.S. Marshals and Tennessee Bureau of Investigation and other federal partners. But there's also another layer. Got some veteran-led networks that are now establishing their own community command center modeled after monitoring efforts in Washington, D.C. Now, according to one veteran speaking directly with some sources that we're familiar with on the ground, the goal is to track troop activity, document civilian interactions, and ensure civil and human rights protections as the mission unfolds. Quote, "This isn't about observation, it's about accountability," said one of the veterans helping lead the effort. "We intend to document what's happening in real time so the community isn't in the dark." Community groups and nonprofit organizations are also mobilizing resources to support families of those who have gone missing or been detained, working to provide legal, logistical, and public support during this deployment. Now, according to a couple of news sources, State Representative Antonio Parkinson has previously stated the mission could last 60 to 90 days at a cost of about, sit down, $1 million per day. But defense documents now reveal the legal authorization is far broader, up to 1 year, with the ability to maintain a 1,000-person presence if needed. Memphis Mayor Paul Young has not set a specific end date for the operation, describing it instead of as a sustained safety campaign. Now, this deployment is part of the Memphis Safe Task Force, a federal state initiative launched September 15th. You need to know that. Under the current administration, federal agencies, including the FBI, DEA, and U.S. Marshals, have been involved and are involved. Since the task force began in September, federal officials claim hundreds of arrests and nearly 2,800 citations have actually been issued across the city. Community watchdogs, civil rights advocates, and veterans are warning that extended National Guard deployments often shift community dynamics, particularly in heavily policed Black and brown neighborhoods. And here's how you can help. So many of the grassroots and veteran-led oversight groups in Memphis are accepting donations to support their operations, from monitoring deployment to aiding affected families. So what we're going to continue to do here is to track those developments and to continue to stay connected with those people who are giving us this direct information and share verified updates alongside community eyewitness reporting, which of course we know is really important right now, especially with the propaganda that we're currently seeing. So ultimately what they're saying is that they need eyes on the ground and a spotlight on what's happening, according to one local advocate, because transparency actually is going to protect these communities, because the lies are already spewing about other portions of the United States like Portland and DC and Chicago. All right, you guys. Let's talk about some other things that we definitely need to know about here. National Guard boots are officially on the ground in Memphis. You need to know that. It is reported that up to 1,000 Guard troops are going to be on the ground. Public records confirm the Pentagon has authorized a deployment of this size through next September, potentially 1,000. Federal and state force task force operations are running through city and mobile command centers, and local veterans and community networks are setting up their own monitoring hub to make sure the human rights are not violated during this time. Now, again, for more news and information that you can use, head over to brownstoneworldwide.com, Cityscape Radio, and you guessed it, Brownstone Living Magazine. Our health issue is available. Go ahead and snag your copy today. And it is absolutely free to do so, as it is a digital copy. Now, you can always get the print version if you so desire. Listen, more news coming your way today. We'll see you around.